All right, call to order of Board of Fire Commissioners on Tuesday, May 7th at 2024 at 17:04 PM. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Approval of minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Bill approvals.
All right, a few less than last month. Lawrence Spotting, award bars, badge and emblems, $270. Nathan Botting training, pump operator, instructor 1, aerial strategies and tactics, $1,030. Jared Boynton, safety officer training at the academy, $185. Brian DeHame, water filter cartridges, $40.40. Jagbarks, materials for recruiting signs, funnels for B-115 and Ranger 15, $85.79. Middlesex County Fire School, Eric Walker, firefighter 2. Bafumi Electric, am I pronouncing that correctly? Anyway, they did the exhaust fans replaced in Company 1. $658.55. Great name. Amazon Business, car wash brush heads and cleaning rags, $269.08. Amazon Business, Motorola microphone, $43.49. LJ badge and emblems, life-saving unit citations, $476.82. MES shipments, Blacknomics letters for juniors and probies, $590.91. EMP apparel, uniform alterations for Tony Meyer, $30. MES shipments, 1.5-inch coupling adapter, $49.33. Michael Laban giving spring EMT initial course training for 6 students, $3,000. Walter Parkus, Home Depot purchases material for anchoring sandwich boards, $59.88. Allen Small Engines, repaired 3 fans, $257.96. Common Sense, gauze, $89.79. Amazon Business, broom handles for 12 floor squeegees, $375.88. Comcast Business, cable bill, $11.18. BJ Boughton, tanker 115. Needed a primer solenoid, relief valve, and a new tachometer, $1393.37. EJ Boughton, tanker 115, check engine light, had to replace a sensor and air pressure sensor, $1,690.13. Middlesex Hospital, lab work for a firefighter, $131. Middlesex Fire School, Fire 1, 3 students, Donovan, Cagle, and Luton, $37.50. Suburban, blue folders, hanging frame, pens, $180.09. And that is all.
Any question?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. All right, budget recap.
Budget recap, started the year with $580,344. Year-to-date, $451,083.19. We have remaining to the end of the fiscal year, which ends on June 30th, $129,260.81. We have spent year-to-date 77.7%.
That's pretty good. Good job.
Pretty darn good. Yep.
Yeah, so that'll leave us with 2 months left of
That's right.
80%, yeah.
And we can still squeak in a couple of bills after June 30th. I think we have like 2 weeks of wiggle room that we can
As
still,
long as they're dated before June 30th, they're fine to pay out.
but there's a certain cutoff point where they won't take them no matter what.
Usually it's in August. Usually she'll give you.
Is it that far?
Yeah, the first week of August
Okay.
typically, depending on when bills pay out. So it's usually, I think Dawn does 2 billing cycles.
Okay.
So,
And the key things to pay will be the career guys and the fuel and things like that. Those have to, I mean, just as you're figuring your money, that's where,
Fixed costs.
yeah.
those are fixed costs, so.
Yeah.
Other than that, nice job by everybody, by the fire department. Thank you for keeping the costs the way they are. Doing really well. All right. Old business. Anybody got old business? Grants. Anything about the grant?
The equipment's, everything's in but the radios.
Okay.
So that's what we're waiting on for the install to start. So, which we knew they were about a 12-week plus lead time, so 12 to 16 weeks.
So where would that put us right now? Where's the radios?
We're 2 months, about 2 months in. So it could be another 2 months.
So the equipment that's in 1 and 2 are there, it's just a matter.
All the antennas, cable, all of that. It's just the radios have not arrived.
That's great.
So
Grants.
FEMA is in review process, and they're hoping for an end of July.
In July, good. That's great.
the other thing under old business was I had offered up to Kyle to help with the RFP, but I never got anything sent to me. So
There was a group text on that this morning.
Not running.
We're hoping
As
for.
it is.
Excuse me, guys. We have to hit the button for the recording.
It's not been
it
recorded.
says it's recording.
Okay.
It's not seeing it.
No,
If I stop it though,
no, don't stop it,
Yeah.
because just leave it.
yeah, because
Okay.
it's on
Because it
start.
might be recording, I might have to download it and then upload it.
Yeah, it's definitely start recording is lit, so I don't
Yeah,
want to
it's
stop
not
it.
no, it's not running live. That's
Yep. Okay.
There was a text chat this morning. We'll be shooting for Sunday morning. I'm hoping for earlier the better,
Okay.
and you'll be invited to have all the information given to you right then.
Okay.
Any other old business? Selectmen's report? No report. Visitor participation? Visitors? Medical division report?
That was emailed to Craig.
Yeah. Nope. I have it. So SOP's final draft been approved. We'll be formatting with Captain Myers and distributing members potluck breakfast we held on Sunday, April 14th. Holding off on another one until August 18th. April open house was canceled. It's been rescheduled for Monday, May 13th at 1800 Company 1. Training with the career staff was held on April 24th, went well. And we're all doing them, we'll be doing them on a monthly basis moving forward. Medical training in April was diabetic emergencies. Training for May will be held on Monday, May 13th, 1900 Company 1, OB emergencies. AEDs and hands-only CPR training was provided to the Board of Directors of the East Haddam Historical Society at their meeting on April 29th. It was attended by 14 of their board members. We will be going back for a second training for their volunteers. CPR Stop the Bleed was held on April 30th and was free to the community. Had a total of 12 people during the 2 sessions. EMT class will start on Monday, May 20th. We have 7 East Haddam Fire Department members enrolled. The instructor has a training meeting last evening and we're ready to go. Jackets, we've been quoted $200 per jacket for all lettering and patches included. We'll be ordering 10 to start for a total of $2,000. Yearly BGM validations are in progress and will be completed by the end of May. We received the ruling of our application with OEMS. We have found that at this time there is a need for service, and they have found that the East Haddam Fire Department is capable of providing the R2 in town. Right now, there is a 21-day period where East Haddam Ambulance has the opportunity to appeal. Once the time period is up, if they do not appeal, we will be clear to file our PSAR. If they do appeal, it does obviously take more time. We will start the process for review and put together all the information required for the filing. Once we have more information, we'll share it. So, so I would just clarify on that last statement, right? The way I read the ruling is that it says that, I don't know, you guys have read it also, I would assume, but it says that East Haddam Ambulance is deficient in their providing of service, but in nowhere does it say they're gonna take the PSA from them. It says basically that the OEMS believes that there is a benefit to having additional ambulances in the town. So the way that ruling was written, it was very confusing. There's information in there that's incorrect based on who owns what ambulances, number of ambulances, etc., who provides service when. So I just don't think personally we should be making any decisions based off of what we've gotten so far from OEMS.
Correct. So I guess these questions need to be asked, and we need to figure that out, because what's our lawyer doing with these questions? And that's what I fired back at Jen with.
Yeah.
So those conversations should be happening.
And they have been asked. We're waiting for more information from the lawyer for clarification. Yeah. My apologies.
Only because when it's the recording, you can't hear. Back here.
The questions have been asked as far as to Attorney Herbst, so that we can get a better understanding of it from them. However, at the time that it was being asked, he was at a high with the decision that found partially in our favor for the town that there is a need for a secondary service. While I agree with the commissioner, I think it very much opens the door for the reassignment application of
No doubt.
the PSAR.
Yep, no doubt.
I think the door is 7/8 open with the way it was worded. So, and with other recent events that have happened, it's, just a matter of waiting the 21 days and following the process of file for the PSAR reassignment and go from there.
Yeah, I just
That
think.
be,
Yeah, nope, I don't disagree with that. What I think is, though, to the point, Brian, right, the attorney needs to clarify what's in there, because if you read it, it looks like there's two ambulances, right?
right,
One owned by them, one owned by the town, but they're looking for a third, right? They talk
Right,
about,
yeah.
which is not gonna happen, right? We're not investing another $300,000 to go buy another ambulance. So the ruling itself is very confusing and inaccurate, quite honestly, in the way it's written.
Yeah, it totally is, and that's not what our intention was.
Right.
I believe as an organization was to do half this, half
No.
that. No,
No,
there's a need
Agreed.
for a revamping of that service, and it was, to my understanding, it was to fall under the fire department. That's what we were directly trying to.
Right, but
The way it is
But
right
for-
now, without taking reassignment or getting reassignment of the PSA, they're basically saying, you're a Hunters, right?
Right.
You're a secondary service within the town
Yeah, no.
that can provide backup service to East Haddam and our mutual aid towns. That's the way it's written today.
Yeah, and that's, again,
That is-
that's not what we were looking for.
Right.
Okay.
But to follow the process, we had to be,
Right.
Yep.
to go through this to become a recognized service by the state, which.
Right. Now
barring-
they say, go through it, we agree you are eligible to be recognized,
Yes.
process is there.
And at the end
fully
of
aligned.
May 20th,
Yep.
if there's no appeal, then
Right.
we move forward as we have been pushing forward.
My fear is, we push forward, the state provides, and this is where, right, as an organization, we have to agree or not agree. The state says, sure, we're gonna assign you as a service, right, your license. You could end up being that backup service if they say we're not gonna reassign the PSA. So do we go back, and this is a decision that has to be made, right, by the organization, is do we go back to them and provide very clear direction that that was not our intent?
Right.
Right, we don't wanna be a backup service.
Correct.
We'll continue to provide the R1.
Yeah.
There's no intention of buying another ambulance, the way that ruling is written.
Right.
And we really don't want the R2 license if you're not giving it to us in whole.
Right. All, the proverbial saying, all or nothing.
Yeah, I think we just have to make sure the attorney is presenting that back.
Yeah.
Because we could set ourselves up where we get the license and we now have to meet the requirements of that license to go be that
Right.
mutual aid backup service, which is not, the intent was to provide a service to the town and our residents.
Correct.
And I think the one thing that needs to be said is that the fire department, in virtue of what's been going on over the last year or so, has always been preparing itself for that R2 and will continue to prepare for the R2 right along. So if the word were to come out that that's what they want us to do, then we will be ready to go.
Yep.
And we're already working on ways to do that. So
And
there's
the
no,
state
there's no,
recognizes
there's
that.
no letdown, there's no,
Nope.
oh, we're just starting it now.
Nope.
This is what we've been doing right along. And, you know, for the benefit of the community, we need to get this, this continued on right away. So the community cannot stand in limbo on what service is actually getting to their home. Okay? If it's the fire department, we are getting to your home, guaranteed. So that's where we stand at this present moment.
And that's the downside, right, is that without doing this and following through, you set the community up for failure.
Correct.
Right,
We don't want-
because
do not want that
When
to
they
happen.
fail, which you hate to say, but it's inevitable, right, based on dollars and everything else, them not paying the town the bills they owe them, it just appears that that is the path that they're headed towards based on what's being seen. If we're not in the position to have this and be licensed, right, you're gonna have a period of time where you're now gonna be having to scramble to have an R2 and contract out, which we know we can do, but it's not the preferred method. So,
Craig, do you have a sense of how long the appeal process would run?
May 20th,
yeah, if they don't
Is-
appeal,
the deadline for the
Right.
appeal.
Right.
For this decision. After that,
it would,
too late, so sad.
yeah. But if they appeal, it could take months.
That's
It
that's
could,
Yeah.
the
OEMS
question.
is not quick.
No.
And honestly, if I was East Haddam Ambulance, there's nothing in that ruling, quite honestly, for me to appeal.
Right,
That's the reality. You're not taking my PSA.
right,
All you're saying is, great, bring another organization in to back us up.
right.
So I'm not sure what they appeal in that.
Yeah, right.
Right? The appeal is when we file for the reassignment, that's when they come in and have to appeal.
Right.
In my mind, reading through it. Now, their attorney may think something very different, but
I think those are some of the answers like Chief said, we're looking to clarify. Yeah,
so,
those are out there now. So more to come, hopefully. by next meeting. We'll see,
Okay.
or sooner. Anything else under medical division? Career staff report. Chief, they're not here, anything?
The only thing I got from Chris was, he said, I just wanted to say that the ISO planning for the town is ongoing. The pre-planned processes for all the roads are starting this week. So that was it.
And I think we had two members that were certified in fire instructor one, Captain Chris Ladd and Brian Duhane. Okay, that should be part of the.
And also, Chris and Brian also did their boater safety class. And there's only 2 paid staff that are able to be qualified in boat.
That's great. Marine division.
No.
Just said it. Great, thanks. Fire marshal's report.
Nothing.
Nothing. Fire police out of town today. Any report from the fire police?
Nope.
Junior division report.
I haven't even opened it. It just came through at 4:50. April 18th, there was a training. 2 of the 4 juniors received training on fire behavior, smoke, reading, and burns. These were all presented with the mindset of what I can do as a junior and a general foundation upon which to build knowledge based on when they are no longer juniors. April 23rd, 2 of the 4 juniors attended live burn, only permitted to assist with rehab, stretch toes through ladders with direction and supervision to experience a fire scene. That's all it says.
Okay.
Also, if I may, with the juniors, Ryan Solove is going to be going to Introduction to Fire Service for a week-long class up to the academy, and he did get awarded a grant for that cost through his application process, and that is at no cost to the town.
Awesome.
It's nice. Great.
It's really good. That's it?
Yep.
Recruitment division.
One recruit is being sworn in this evening and is already enrolled in our EMT class starting on the 20th, presented by our own Mike Laban, EMTI, held right at the firehouse. Signs, postcards, and pamphlets are placed around the community with EHFD's QR code created by Lieutenant Blakely Hughes, which includes the fire department application for membership for both juniors and seniors.
That's great. Public relations.
Our 3rd edition of the Siren is in production now, expected to be inserted in the May 30th edition of the East Haddam News, distributed throughout the town. And I'd like to just take half a second to thank Peter Marteca, the editor of the East Haddam News, for supporting the East Haddam Fire Department as greatly as he has been. We really appreciate all the articles, front page and full page, half page. He's done really a superb job for us.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, great.
Also, an article can be found in the upcoming summer edition of the events magazines. Many thanks to Linda Zemeneski for helping out with her expertise in navigating the events magazine. Training is of the utmost importance to the EHFD as members move from interior firefighter status to exterior firefighter status. The department is always looking for recruits to fill the shoes of our veteran firefighters. The safety of our community for their life, homes, and property is our top priority. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Special events. Neil's not here. Anything, Chief, for special events?
No.
And the fire chief's report. Before I start the fire chief's report, I just want to congratulate Chief Ald on his Fire Officer 1 designation. It's not an easy class. He ran through it, and we congratulate you for all you do, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, from a call standpoint, we had one motor vehicle accident, one mutual aid structure fire, one hazmat, one chimney fire, one CO call, 2 electrical pole fires, 2 brush fires, 3 public services, 9 fire alarms, and 29 medical calls for 50 total calls in April. Just to add on from a training standpoint, probationary firefighters Lutton, Cagle, and Donovan are in the process of completing their firefighter 1. Probationary firefighter Kolosinski is in the process of completing his EMT. Lieutenant Spirito and Fire Police Danny Berry are in the process of completing the Q endorsement class. 7 volunteer personnel have enrolled in the upcoming EMT class that is being held at Company 1. Fit testing was held on April 30th. Few personnel are slated for a makeup day. And from an equipment standpoint, not a lot. Hose testing will be scheduled for October. And Captain Ledermeyer was good enough to investigate a new company will be using Top Rung, which was a $775 cost savings to the town with them, and we've used them, I know, in the past, so that'll be good. On a personnel standpoint, career firefighter EMT Andrew Badamo has passed his probationary period, so great job there. And from an event standpoint, awards night was a huge success with multiple personnel receiving awards and generous donations for raffle prizes by the local businesses, and for that I thank all of you. The Easter egg hunt was on 3:30. It was also a great success with over 100 children participating. And the next event will be Memorial Day, which is Monday, the 27th. Lieutenant Spirito will be assigned as the drill master. The ladder 115, the utility car 15 will be assigned in the lineup. That is all I have.
Just from a radio point of view, if we can remind guys to use their cases and put them in correctly. So there was one that it was one of the career staff smashed the screen out on their radio because they were putting it in backwards on their. I don't ask me. It was a while ago. Went out for service, but just so people know, it's like $1,000 to repair that screen being replaced. $1,097.50 in the factory. So I just got the bill for it today. So, you know, it's we've talked about it a million times, right? They're expensive pieces of equipment. And we know stuff's going to happen, but if we can take precautions.
Was the idea to protect the screen? That's why they turned it around?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was something with the case and it wasn't fitting, or they tried a different case potentially. They didn't like the case. It was something with the way it fit into the case. So I'm not even sure that they're here anymore. I think it was, you know, months ago that it actually went out for service. So.
Building report?
Got nothing.
Nothing new. All right. Correspondence. We three of us received a correspondence from Irene that states Happy Volunteer Appreciation Month. Thank you for all you do for the town of East Haddam, Irene. And we got the spiffy little Irene gave us some volunteer badges. But again, that goes further than this table. We really appreciate the work that the volunteers do in this town. It's unbelievable.
Looks good on you, buddy.
It does look pretty good. I'll wear it tonight to the meeting. But thank you again. Any new business? Anybody got new business? Anybody have an adjournment?
Oh, the only thing under new business, where did we land with the bill for the ambulance? Right?
That's all in Irene's hands.
Okay, so we pushed it back to her.
So she was discussing that it should be paid out of our budget, but like, you know, we were probably going to talk about that here at some point, but
And
I
it
guess
came
that's
up.
open for discussion. That's a great point. I'm in the mindset that we shouldn't be paying for it. It's still under the auspice of the East Haddam Ambulance, so you know, she may want to find an ulterior motive our ulterior plan for that, so.
Did we get a bill on it or anything?
Yeah, we haven't even seen anything yet.
Okay.
Right?
They just picked it up yesterday.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'd like to know the bill prior, how that got paid as well.
Yeah.
I can, actually, we should
Should we
have.
pay that? We paid that, the prior one, didn't we, or no?
Do we remember what vendor it would have come from?
EJ Boughton, wasn't
Boughton.
it? It went to Boughton.
What's going
It
on?
would be Boughton?
Stand by.
I don't think this will show up, though.
Earl.
East side fire, usually structure fire, South Colchester, 373 Westchester Road.
All right, go ahead, Jim.
East side of the secret
Be
is
safe.
usually fire Colchester.
An engine and a tanker from East Haddam?
Didn't come through after 911.
I don't think we have enough detail here. Nope.
It would have been Macara that did the work.
Yeah.
For the front end.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember.
I think that went to the town itself.
Maybe.
I think that's where the next bill should go.
Maybe it's lumped into that 18,000 or whatever it is
some
that the ambulance owes.
For
So
the
Newt just did text me saying that the water is fixed. It looks like it went to the whole group, so,
Yeah, he's just.
I
don't
saw
see
that,
it.
yeah.
okay.
Right, so
All
the,
right.
so the agreement is that all bills are gonna go back to the ambulance.
Push it
for-
to the town for now
for
and,
town.
okay.
And those discussions can be had another day.
Done.
And
Sounds
so far, we paid nothing toward that,
I
right?
didn't see any.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
cool.
Move for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Favor? Hey.